Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in. My name is Ayoka and I am the creator of this awesome channel. Now, you guys, alright, so I'm gonna jump right in, okay, because I'm trying to continue to be consistent. So what I'm going to do this time, instead of doing it as the daily tea for the Divine Femmes, since we are going into the weekend, this is going to be the weekend tea for the Divine Femmes, okay? Now, I'll pick back up with you guys hopefully on Monday for the daily tea, but for now, let's see what's good, right? Now, I do have the one already posted for, I did that yesterday. All right, so I posted that about maybe 12 a.m. So that is up if you haven't had a chance to check that out. Okay, now this is a collective message, so everything in it might not resonate with you, so take what you need, leave what you don't need. I pick up on past, present, and future energy, so at any time this could be your message. Right now, make sure you're in a positive mindset, you're balancing your heart chakra, and you are open and ready to hear this message, honey. All right, so now let me set my attention so that we can all be on the same page collectively. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my angelic guides, for helping me with this reading, this daily weekend tea for my Divine Feminines. Thank you for protecting us as we go through the spiritual gates to commune with you. And I thank you for closing the gates to anything that's not in alignment with the Divine's will. Thank you for protecting me from any psychic attacks or any negative energies that are being directed or projected at me or towards me. I ask that you close all communications to anyone who's not in alignment with me or with the Lightworker Society or my channel, the Oracle Goddess. Thank you so much for using me as a messenger, and so it is. All right, you guys, so let's see where I want to start. I got some new decks. All right, so I'm gonna try to play with these new decks to see how we can get this going. And on top of that, you guys, hold on one second. I think that's what it was. I'm sorry. I was trying to remember the heading. I do post hidden truth messages on my Instagram. So if you get a chance, go over to my IG and definitely check those out. So those are the Divine Masculines Hidden Truth. It's just like a little 15-minute read, right? But I posted over there to my, not my stories. What's the other thing called? The IGTV. That's what it is. So go check that out. I'll have the link in the description box below. All right, so let's go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What message do you have for my Divine Feminines in regards to this weekend tea? What is it that they need to know? Okay, so I got 3 cards here that just jumped out, right? So y'all already know I'm gonna pull out my elaboration cards, my supporting cards, which is my other tarot. I got this new deck. It's called the Angel Tarot, and I do have another deck that I just got as well, which I'm really curious to use. Is a tarot of sexual magic, so we're going to try to incorporate this as well. But however, I got the Strength card, the Justice card, and the Hermit card. So let me show you guys. Oh wait, it's another card hiding behind there. Okay, so I got the Strength card, the Will card, the Justice card, the Hermit card. Alright, so we got the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit card, you guys know, right? This is definitely Virgo energy all day long, right? But the Hermit card really just pretty much just talks about what? It's like you have went within, you withdrew, right? So this is picking up from the last energy. Because you took and withdrew your energy, you went into your hermit mode. You took some time to really just do some reflection and get some, you know, meaningful solitude. Like it was some answers that you needed to get, but you knew you only could get those answers within yourself, right? You wanted to figure out like, okay, what is this that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling this way? This is how you take and do what, how you heal yourself. So if this is definitely picking up from the energy from yesterday, or you might can say today, this morning, right? It's because you did this, right? Somebody gained the strength to do something, because I have the Strength card. This could have gave you the strength, all right? This could have gave you the strength to be able to keep, or to make the decision that you needed to make, or to stand your ground is what I'm getting. Okay, so we're going to see what this Strength card is about. And of course, because you went into that hermit mode, you guys, so you're definitely going to have to check out my previous video, because you went into that hermit mode, it allowed this wheel to turn, okay? Because the wheel was stuck, yo. Like, the wheel wasn't going nowhere, right? Y'all was just sitting there waiting, just like, okay, eventually this is going to get better, right? And literally, when you did that, it created a fresh new start for you. This is the end of delays, you guys. Okay, so you had to have that ending in order for you to get to this new beginning, right? It put strength in all aspects. It gave you strength, divine femme, and it also gave the divine masculine some strength to make some decisions. Okay, so this is leading to a very positive change, right? So something is going to be unexpected. It's unexpected progress. The wheel has turned now. It has gotten to this point now where you are, it's gotten to the other side finally, you guys. Finally. So just be expecting something very positive to come towards you. Justice. Them scales is getting ready to balance, honey. If they haven't done it already, it's going to balance. So everything that, you know, took place, you guys are balancing these scales. Okay? Your person is balancing these scales. The justice is going to be served where, what? It's going to be a decision made. Okay, you stood up for what you believed in, and that was yourself, honey. You went in the hermit mode, was like, you know what? I have, you know, I know what I want for myself. Okay, this is going against my integrity, right? And that was what it was. Your position was wasn't of integrity. Like, it just didn't align with what it is that you wanted for yourself, and you just was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Let me go in the hermit mode, right? Let me gain my strength right now, so I can be able to really make the decision that I need. I need my own personal power at this moment, right? Because there's some things that's about to come across, and I need to be able to be strong to enforce it. Okay, you knew that you are stronger. You're way stronger than what you were previously before, right? You have grown a whole lot. And overcame so many different challenges, especially from this connection and previous connections. Like, where you're at right now is super amazing, right? You know the tools. You know how to actually go within at this point now, where you just like, yeah, I know how to recover. Let me withdraw my energy, do some soul reflection, you know, at this moment, and get myself together. Okay, so it's good, right? Even if you haven't gotten to this point yet, Spirit is saying, you know, try to see all sides of this situation. So look at it from all aspects, right? But don't put too much into the detail. However, you're going to win. Especially if your position is one that is of integrity. You will win. The scales are going to balance for you. All right, thank you, Spirit. Tell us about this Justice card. Yes, give us the tea, honey. And the Wheel card, too, please. All right, so your divine masculine, because I got the Seven of Swords in the reverse energy, okay, has, the truth was revealed, all right? This led to some type of confession, or you're going to get a confession if you haven't gotten it already. Thank you. They're at this point where they're just like, you know what, this is the end of playing games. Like, yeah, and then you literally probably said that. You literally probably was like, this is just... I'm tired of it. I'm not going to keep repeating these cycles at this point. This is why this Will card is here. Like, I've done that before. I might have agreed with it previously, but I don't want to do it anymore. Thank you. What was the truth that was revealed, Spirit? Yep. The World card in reverse. That there was something missing. You realize, like, okay, my person, my divine masculine is taking me for granted. All right, I am the one giving into this connection. I feel like I'm the one that's giving more, right? That there's not a fair or, you know, equal dynamics between you two. It just seemed like, yeah, okay, I'm doing more. There's something that's just off. You felt like that. You felt like they were abusing your generosity. It's like what you asked of them, they did not reciprocate it in the way that you felt as though that it should have been reciprocated. And in turn, they did turn around and get into that King of Swords energy. They turned around and they were probably very arrogant in their response to you. And this is what caused you to decide, you know what, I'm going into the hermit mode. I got the Page of Pentacles here in the reverse position. Yep, you felt like that they were being immature and also irresponsible when it came to you. All right, you like, you know what, you can't even commit to just at least helping me out, or at least, you know, whatever it is that you asked of them, or whatever it is that you mentioned, whatever took place in your situation. You just felt like, you know, there's a lack of commitment when it comes to this connection. When it comes to me, I feel like you're not putting in that commitment. I'm not getting the same equal give and take. 5 of Cups is here in the upright position. It caused a lot of disappointments, okay? You definitely were grieving. I'm gonna say you were sad. We can say that. You were definitely sad, right? If it hasn't happened yet, you guys, this is what's definitely could be coming your way. So just keep in mind, right? Spirit is already giving you an alert that the wheel will turn in your favor, right? Just remember to keep doing your soul searching and go into your hermit mode if you need to, because that's where you get into that meditative state and where you practice your self-care, right? So that you can stay connected. We are in a Mercury retrograde, so honey, yeah, slow down just a bit, right? Because communication will get all jacked up. There's going to be a lot of misunderstandings. It could happen that way. So you just want to make sure that you are balanced and that you're hearing correctly, and also to ask your angels for assistance. Your angelic guides are waiting, so they cannot help you until you ask. Even if you don't know what to ask for, you can just say, God, I need some help, right? That's it. Okay, so I got the Page of Cups is in the reverse too as well, right? So you definitely were being vulnerable. You were trying to be emotionally vulnerable about whatever it is that you were asking for. You decided to let your guard down with your person and be vulnerable about it. The Star and the 3 of Pentacles are definitely both here in the reverse position. Okay, so their response probably made you feel hopeless, only because of the fact of the matter is that you felt like they weren't working together with you properly. Like it was a lack of cohesion there. It's like, okay, where's the teamwork here? You're not being a good player in this situation, right? Like I feel like that you should, whatever I'm putting in, you should kind of put in too. And it's not saying that you do stuff to get, you don't do stuff for people to, you know, only reciprocate it back. But sometimes it seems like it needs to be a fair, equal give and take, right? And it really felt like within your connection that it's you always that are giving and giving and giving, right? You don't have any boundaries when it comes to you. You don't hesitate when your person needs something, right? You're there, you show up, and you're available at all times, no matter what any obligations could be taking place, right? And this is where you're like, you know what, it's definitely not a balanced connection here. I got 3 cards that just flipped out here. Now these are really good because they are in a reverse position. Now I got the Devil card that's here in the reverse, so there's definitely a point where these energies are going to be released, okay? Whatever this oppression is, whatever they're addicted to, okay, or feeling, you know, I guess you would say the codependencies, right? Those are going to be released, and you also reclaimed your power because you did get triggered. Is what I'm getting. You did get triggered, but it's okay because, like I said, Mercury retrograde and this new moon definitely does that. It does bring stuff back up, and we be sitting up here like, thought I dealt with that, but nah. Apparently something is still wrong here because I'm pissed, right? But it's okay, like long as you're able to recognize what it is that you're feeling and you face the mirror and then you release it, right? But you're releasing it because this Devil card is in the reverse position. You decided, let me reclaim my power because I'm not going to be able to be in this energy. I can't stay in this energy for too long. You already know you in manifestation mode, right? Now this also, like I said, because your twin mirrors you, also caused them to release whatever it was. It was like no matter what they were saying, they still felt like, you know, this is still my person, right? Still in the 6 of Cups energy. But this is in a reverse, but at the same time, it's like, they're still like, I'm still connected. I still want to be connected with my person, right? But your person at that time still stuck in the past, really just stuck on the fact of old habits, old ways of doing things, right? They definitely had a situation going on, 3 of Cups. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a person. It doesn't have to be another person, right? It could be energies of something that could be occupying their time, taking up too much of their time. It could be work, it could be family, it could be friends, you know, it could be another person. That's not to say that. It could be something that was taking place that caused them where what they had to do involved dealing with other friends, right? So whatever was taking place between you guys and the response that you didn't get, or you didn't feel like there was a lack of cohesion there, is because they were putting their energy into outside things, external factors, and you felt like they were not putting that same energy or reciprocating that same energy back into yourself. It was keeping them it was a lot of miscommunication that was taking place. I got the Ace of Swords here in the reverse. Okay, so y'all, this is definitely tea, right? Because we got a little further than what we did yesterday. So there definitely was confusion, okay, on both parts, and miscommunication. And you guys weren't even in alignment when it came to how your perspectives. It was, y'all were clashing, okay? Now, some painful words were definitely said in this, but it all seemed to have come out of hurt, okay? It came out of hurt, but you know, clarity will be gained, or it has been gained, where you're going to get a breakthrough when it comes to this situation, if you haven't gotten your breakthrough yet. Thank you. Ooh, thank you. I caught them finally. Usually they fly out, y'all, and they be all over the place. Thank you. Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, yep. Know you guys want to see it. And then I got my page in the reverse. Well, the Queen of Cups in the reverse really just basically saying is like, at this point where you usually are more compassionate, more balanced when it comes to your emotions and stuff, you probably were being a little emotional, maybe overly emotional, okay? That could have been it too, but you definitely give way too much, right? You definitely do give way too much, okay? Now, I got this in the reverse, the page. So this was, yeah, it's talking about the arguments. You guys were literally either arguing or someone was being very defensive and failing to communicate clearly, right? Reason being is because they were scattered in their thinking. So your person was scattered in their thinking. Yep, I already spoke it. I think both of you guys probably played the role in this, possibly, but it was like they were responding. You guys were mirroring each other, projecting. All right, so whatever you were feeling, you were projecting it back to each other. Now, I do have them coming up here, and then I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's not necessarily saying that you are a Queen of Wands in reverse. It's just really talking about energy, and this is what caused the Tower moment, okay? So it's like both parties being straightforward. They were being straightforward. You were being straightforward. You were being demanding, right? And that's what creates the arguments. They were being too direct. They were being straightforward. And it's like, hold up. You ain't even trying to like make that a little nice for me. You just going to be arrogant, huh? That's how we going to do, right? So then you started like, well, this is what I want, right? This is how I want it. You spoke your truth. You finally came out and spoke it and had some confidence, right? About what it is that you wanted. You stood up. You stood your ground. It's like, no, I've been holding back on this for just way too long and just going with the flow of things. But now, yeah, I'm ready for this wheel to turn. I'm tired of, I want my justice. I want my justice. It created a storm for you guys. The tower has fallen. Okay, this is what brought these sudden changes. You guys probably definitely went through this energy or are going through this energy where you just was like, you know what? We're going to have to take a break. This is where this hermit mode is coming in at. Okay, so some of you guys have already been going through this. This is confirmation. If you haven't, if you're in the hermit mode now, this is what's going to come up to it. All right, but just know that this wheel will turn and justice will be served, right? The Ace of Wands is in the reverse position as well. And yeah, it caused a lot of delays. Or either that, or you just was like, you know what, I ain't even feeling the passion for this anymore. I'm done. Two of Cups in the reverse. I'm not even feeling passionate about this twin flame journey. Up this journey, right? I'm one out, right? I'm not even doing this no more. I'm not feeling it no more. And yeah, it definitely was an imbalance within this situation, but it had a lot to do with what? One, codependencies. Two, uneven power dynamics. Okay, so this is both going back and forth. It wasn't balanced and it wasn't an equal situation going on here. You guys are going to be good. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is here. You guys are going to be good, okay? That's about your wishes being fulfilled, all right? Some happiness, fulfillment, emotional stability. This is going to be a good outcome for you guys. Like I said, the justice will be served and the scales are going to balance in your favor. You coming out as the lovers. Okay, this is my twin flame card. So you're definitely coming out as the lovers, right? So the harmony is going to be there. This is a very meaningful connection, right? You don't give up on the ones you love. Okay, remember that. And you know how the twin flame journey goes. It ain't saying you got to accept piss poor ass behavior. No, you don't. Okay, you stand up for yourself. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Realize who you are. Stand up for yourself, right? Don't allow people to mistreat you. Also, learn the lessons, heal from them, release it, move on, forgive, right? But don't hold on to it. But also don't hold on to it in a way where you suppress what it is that you're feeling, right? Because you don't want to do that. You have to always speak, you know, especially if it goes against your integrity. Speak about it. Now, let's go and pull from my Divine Masculine deck really quick to get some messages. Thank you. If you hear some deep talking, of course, my door is closed, y'all. So my son be on his video game. He got his headsets on and he be talking and his voice is deeper than what he really thinks. On top of that, he had a brain tumor when he was 3 years old. Okay, so he went through chemo and radiation. All right. It's been a minute though. You hear? And the side effects from the radiation, it caused high frequency hearing loss. So he don't always hear how loud he is. I gotta constantly remind him, like, don't forget, like, inside voice, like, bring it down a notch, right? He really think he's talking low. And I be like, yo, you was not low. Like, you was disrupting my channeling, right? So we do be battling all the time when it comes to this, like, shut up. But that's what you hear in the background. And this is what happens when we would have to work from home due to this pandemic, right? But however, let's get moving. Thank you, Spirit. What is the I'm getting mixed up. I'm like the hidden truth. That's on Instagram. What is this weekend tea for the divine, for the twins, especially with the divine masculine? What is those thoughts? You are always on my mind. Okay, so for this weekend, you will definitely be on their mind. Heavy. You guys, I'm telling you, when you think about your person, they're thinking about you, or when your person is thinking about you, this is how it goes. Hold on 1 second. Just drop my card. So this is how it goes, all right? So when they're thinking about you, you'll end up thinking about them, all right? Vice versa. So you picking up on each other's energy, you're mirroring each other, especially if it feels like they're always on your mind. Okay, you speak to each other in 5D, especially when you're asleep, through your dreams. And y'all on that telepathy type, yeah, you can do that, right? And also, even you can pick up on certain, you know, feelings. You know, when they're coming, when they're close, as far as even say like they're coming from home, you can feel when they come close to you. You can pick up even on the sexual energy is what I'm getting, right? So keep that in mind, right? I feel like they are constantly thinking about you. Thank you. I feel like something else is getting ready to come out and be exposed. Yep. I felt it. I'm not ready, right? That's what they're saying. I'm not ready, but I'm going to take this risk. Your person is definitely not sure about committing, to be honest. You know, it's still some codependencies that are going on there, but they do know that they do not want to lose you. And they do understand, it's like, you know, this person is always on my mind. Don't nobody else you take over my mind, invade my mind like this, but this person. All right. They're coming back. All right, so that is the weekend tea. They coming back. Your person is coming back. All right, so let me pull from this. Look, I'm nervous. I'm like, hold on. Let me oil my hands real quick. Let me grab my cellular light wand. Hold on to that real quick. Grab these sex magic cards. This little book. All right, thank you. How I want to do it. How I want to do this, y'all. I got it though. All right, so I want to do their desires and their fears for this frequency. Okay, thank you, my spirit guys. What is the divine masculine's desires? Right? Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, this card. Second card represents fears. What is the divine masculine's fears? Oh, we got quite a few cards to jump out. Oh, they some beautiful motherfuckers. Third card represents life lessons that may be learned. What is the life lessons that may be learned? Thank you. That's a more balanced question, right? Not so much desires and sexual. The life lessons that must be learned. Oh, wow. Quite a few cards for that one, too. All right, so their desire, okay. Okay, this is still, like, balanced. It ain't too much sexual energy going on. But their desire is to start this new beginning. I got the Fool card. Where it's in alignment. They're going to take a risk. They're going to be the fool for you, boo. So these two cards are going hand in hand. So they're going to take a risk. This is what they desiring, to start over, to start fresh with you. Let me see if the book has something different, you know, from my already common knowledge of the Fool card. And I don't even see anything different from this. Oh, here we go. They're going to surrender. Literally, they're going to surrender to this connection. That's a good. I like that. They're going to do it willingly. I can't say the word. Willingly. And it's going to be spontaneous, too. It's just going to come out of the blue, out of nowhere. All right, so the next one was, what are their fears, right? I got 3 cards here. So I got the Queen of Wands, oh, and the King of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so show you all of these cards. So this definitely has something to do with you two together in the Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. That's their fears. They're fearing this new beginning between you guys. This connection is so freaking passionate. Especially when I look at these cards, I see this. You guys have the love. They love you. Like the way that this King of Wands is embracing this Queen. It's like, I'll lay down my sword for you. You know, this is how they actually really are feeling when it comes to you and this connection. They watch you. They desire you. They watch at every moment, even down to your body. They love the way that you look. Some of you might not think that they admire you, but they do. They watch you heavily. And I'm envisioning, like, even if you have gotten in a situation where they might have been just laying on the bed and you were undressing, they watch you, and you probably didn't see them watching you, but they were. They pay close attention to the details of you. Is what I'm picking up too as well. All right, so let me go into my book. My Queen of Wands is saying, this is the Ace, right? Oh no, that's a Swords card. Okay, yeah, that's a Swords. Okay, so the Queen of Wands is saying, if I can find it, the Ace got a lot going on with that one. Alright, so the Ace of Swords card, since I already really know pretty much what those two are about. But the Ace of Swords card is saying here that they're accepting and they're transforming into a state of trust. Okay, and this is what they're fearing, is that they're going to be vulnerable. Because when I look at this Ace of Swords card, if you can see it, you see how she's putting him in chains. You know, you got to be very vulnerable to allow, or very open, especially to allow someone to do that. You have to really be trusting. I mean, because I ain't there yet. You's not putting no handcuffs on me. I ain't there yet. I just got something where I just feel like if I'm restricted and I can't move, I just panic. I don't know what that is. So that does definitely mean it's like they're fearful of this, and they know that this is how they can be, where they can completely be vulnerable with you and let their guard down to allow you to even do this. And this is what they're fearing. And they're fearing that, you know, if I do go into this state of trust and I transform into this, right? They're going to be giving of themselves completely. And they've been guarded for so long. They put the sword down. Like, yes, it's like all that stuff that they were using to protect themselves is down. Wow. Okay. What is the lessons that still need to be learned? Or should be learned? Hold up. How was that question? Please. The life lessons that may be learned. I wanted to make sure I said it correctly. So I got the King of Swords. The Ten of Swords. Oh. Okay, these are cool. I don't know what... Oh, the Knave of Swords. The Knight of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. So, of course, we know the King of Swords here. And I'm going to study this card completely. Alright? So, the King of Swords is really just saying, you know... hold on one second, you guys. So the King of Swords is pretty much saying, you know, they have the lessons that need to be learned is the fact of the matter is like this energy that they're in. I can see it. Then you have a woman that's on the outside of this window who is really just watching, right? And then you have this other person, and I really feel like this has a lot to do with, you know, the sexual energy that they have, or third-party situations is also coming to me, and really hiding or doing these things in secret. Now, the King of Swords. Give me my swords. I'm sorry, I got to read in something else. And this card is talking about strength too as well. It's like they have to learn that they do have the strength to be able to stay focused, you know, on the matters of love, period. You know, especially when it comes to true love, you know, that they are capable of going beyond their strength, when they can let go of whatever those external factors are. You know, that they can be vulnerable when it comes to you, Divine Feminine. The King of Wands is talking about... Thank you guys for being patient, because this allows me to really be able to learn these cards too as well. So the King of Wands is talking about... Let me get back to my wands. It's only like 3 pages in this joint, and I'd be like, where is that? Knave, Wands. So the King of Wands is saying, yep, embracing closely. So I definitely was able to pinpoint that. They have to learn also that, you know, commitment is important. All right. And this is what it looks like in this card, is like how they're embracing, and how they have to learn that, you know, being committed to every aspect, not just, you know, the relationship or being loyal, but being loyal to every aspect, especially when it comes to the needs of your partner or of your person, right? Then I have the Ace of Swords here, which is really talking about accepting, right? Which we talked about. Basically being vulnerable. And the Ten of Swords, the heartbreak. The cheating. When you look at this card in the Ten of Swords, if you can see that there is a man and a woman outside of this window, right? of course, having sex. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to get a good, there we go. And you see how she's there crying, you know, being deceitful, having these third party situations going on the side, and just being completely deceitful when it comes to the connection. Like, they have to get out of that energy. Now, the Ten of Swords is like, you got to remember that pain also can be transformed into power. Okay, this is for you, Divine Femme. Your pain can be transformed into power. You mustn't flee from the emotions, but rather use them to find the true essence of your desire. Accept what it is that you're feeling, right? Face the mirror. They even have a picture of a mirror on, a mirror right there. Face the mirror, look at it, embrace what it is that you're feeling, then release it and let it go and move on. Whatever happened in the past, whatever was going on within these external factors that cause so much heartbreak and pain, that Ten of Swords energy to take place within you in the connection period. The Knave of Swords. Homeboy is all in her booty. I don't even know what to say about that, right? But the Knave. Ooh, this is something. This is serious right here. So the Knave is saying that enemies of the couple are both inside and outside of it. They should look at each other. Vigilance does not distract from pleasure, and pleasure does not distract from vigilance. Yeah, not only are you paying attention to the outside factors, you know, our outer selves, also make sure that you are definitely embracing the inner person, right? Who you are within the inside of yourself too, as well. All of this stuff just really leads to being very vulnerable and open when it comes to your connection, is what I'm picking up too as well. So I got the Knight of Swords is too, right? The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Oh yeah, the Knight and the Queen. So both in this like dominatrix type energy is what the Knight is in. The Knight is just always into this type of I don't want to say, yeah, they do be trying to bring it, right? It be light. It don't be no heavy energy there. And that's what puts the Queen in her energy, right? Because the Knight of Swords out there being a playboy, and this is what it looked like out there spanking bitches, right? And not really even trying to hide it, because as you can see, you got two women looking in the window like, oh my God, right? It needs to put that to the end, and that's what the card is saying. It's like that needs to be put to an end. And always like look at your partner as something, you know, just pray or hunt your own person. Like, don't go to outside sources. You know, realize who you have in front of you and continue to embrace the connection the same way that you would embrace a new encounter with someone totally different, right? Keep that passion there. Queen of Swords is, and that's the last card for that one, you guys. The Queen of Swords is saying, go back to my swords. I actually like these cards because they do definitely have a lot of clues. I guess you would call them clues. But symbolisms within the picture. It's so much that you can pull out of the picture without actually having to use the book. So I definitely do like these. I think I'm going to be incorporating these a lot. Now, so the Queen of Swords is basically someone who realizing, right, that when you're not with your divine masculine, because here it says solitude is not death. But just realizing that in your time of singleness or in your time of being alone, right, that you can still find the joy. You can still live, right? You can still live outside of your person. And you can see how she's just fascinated with the masculine's picture on the wall, right? She's just sitting there, she's just staring at it like there's nothing else. And then I'm seeing something where it's like pins that look like it could be inside of a cushion, but the cushion almost looks like a heart, right? But just realizing that, you know, sometimes things have to end in order for you to get a new beginning. All right, even at the cost if it breaks your own heart. If it takes away from your own integrity, that you have to really realize that you have to find that strength. And this is not the end. This doesn't mean that this is a death sentence. Life still goes on. Still stay connected to your passion. Still see the bigger picture. Still know that there's more, right? Don't stay in your mind about this. Okay, because being in your singleness gives you that time to what? To grow, to develop. Because when you're connected with someone, sometimes it takes away from you being able to really do what you're passionate about. Because you're pulled in so many different directions, especially when it comes to your special person. You're giving them all of that extra attention, right? So that's a good message to end for this weekend, T Divine Femme. I definitely appreciate you. And remember that even at the cost of breaking your own heart, right? If things have to end, it has to end. And it did come to an ending for you guys at some point. That ending is what created this, will help this wheel to turn and for this justice to come in. All right, so until we meet again Monday, you guys, I love you as usual. That will never die. But enjoy your weekend and be blessed. Peace.